Pumping is often discussed as if it were a logistic problem. Time your breaks, bring a cooler, get a hands-free bra. But what I've seen after decades of supporting moms who return to work while still healing is this. Pumping isn't hard because it's technical. It's hard because it forces you to split yourself between deadlines and hormones, between needing to show up professionally and protect your physical recovery. This isn't just a how to, it's a full body, full life recalibration. You scheduled 3 pumping sessions for the day, but now it's 11:45. You've been in back-to-back meetings, your chest is full, your shirt is damp, and you're trying to decide whether you can stretch it another hour or just power through and feel awful later. Listen up, here's the truth. Most working moms build their pump routine like it's sacred. Same time every day, every 3 hours. But the work world doesn't always honor predictability. And then what happens? We blame ourselves. I should have spoken up. I should have skipped that meeting. I should have planned better. But pumping doesn't always come from control. It comes from preparation for what breaks down. So, what should you do instead? Yes, build a schedule, but also name your non-negotiables. Set a must pump by threshold. Know your flexible window. Keep a manual backup or hand expression plan. You need to prepare a script in your head, like, this is a medical necessity. I'll need to step out for 20 minutes and return right after. That few sentences can preserve your milk, your comfort, and your mental bandwidth. Studies show that skipped or delayed sessions, especially in the first 12 weeks, disrupt the prolactin regulation and increase the inflammation in your breast tissue, leading to engorgement, plugged ducts, and even mastitis. You're not being high maintenance. You are protecting your endocrine function. Pumping doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful. Give yourself a margin. Build a plan that anticipates interruptions and equips you to navigate them without spiraling. Okay, so you finally get to the lactation room or the pumping room. It's a utility closet with a folding chair, no lock, no ventilation, and someone knocks 3 minutes in. Your body freezes. The milk doesn't come. Here's the truth. Compliance isn't care. You can be legally accommodated and still physically unsupported. What most moms don't realize is that your body's ability to produce milk is emotionally and neurologically sensitive. You cannot pump effectively in a space where you don't feel safe. Do this instead. Advocate early and gently. Ask HR or your supervisor for a clean, private space with a lock and outlet. Bring some calming items like headphones, a picture of your baby, or even a blanket that smells like home. If you're using a multi-purpose space, post a simple sign such as, in use for lactation. Please knock only if urgent. That creates psychological safety, even when the space itself falls short. Oxytocin, the hormone responsible for milk letdown, is easily inhibited by stress, lack of privacy, or even noise. Letdown reflex can stall in unfamiliar, high-stress environments, no matter how strong your pump is. You don't have to settle for just make it work in uncomfortable situations. You're not being difficult for asking for basic dignity while performing a task that is literally feeding another human. You are protecting a life-giving function, and you deserve an environment that supports it. You're in your office with your pump humming, your calendar dinging, your baby on your mind, your chest aching, and your emotions all over the place. You feel gratitude and grief at the same time. Connection and guilt. You wonder why this part feels harder than it should. Pumping while working isn't just physical, it's emotional dissonance. You are being asked to provide life-sustaining care with your body, while also performing intellectual labor at full speed. That's not a logistics issue. That's a split identity. And it hurts. Here's what you should do instead. Build in a moment of mental transition before and after you pump, even for just 60 seconds. So how you do this? Close your eyes, put your hand over your heart and say, I am shifting roles. I am allowed to move between them with care. You don't need a meditation practice. You need a brief reorientation, a bridge between your roles so you don't feel like you're fraying between them. Postpartum brains operate in dual tasking mode more intensely than most adults. Without intentional regulation, this toggling increases stress hormone release and contributes to what many working moms call emotional whiplash. You're not broken because this feels overwhelming. You are in a period that demands too much of you. The answer is not grit. It's gentleness, space, and permission to feel it all. Before we continue, I want to make sure you have something that every new mom needs. It's called the Mental Wellness Workbook, and it's a free tool I created to help you check in with your emotions, track your mood, and figure out what kind of support you might need without the shame or second guessing. It covers everything from baby blues to postpartum depression signs, plus includes reflection prompts and a wellness tracker you can use daily or weekly. You don't have to wait until you're not okay to care for your mental health. The link to download is right below this video. Okay, let's move on. You pumped 6 ounces yesterday. Today, you barely get 3. You feel now like a failure. You check your hydration, your food, your pump settings, then question if it's even worth it. Our culture turns everything into productivity, even postpartum feeding. But your worth is not measured in bottles, and your baby's nourishment journey doesn't have to look like someone else's highlight reel. Here's what I recommend. Track trends, not single sessions. Be realistic about what your baby needs, not what someone online produces. And if you reach a point where pumping no longer works for your mental, emotional, or physical health, you are allowed to transition with dignity, with pride, and with love. Feeding goals should reflect both the baby's needs and the maternal well-being. Depression, anxiety, and depletion are strongly correlated with unrealistic breastfeeding pressures. Remember, a well-fed baby and a well-supported mother are the healthiest outcomes, regardless of the method. You are not a milk machine. You are a mother. And your presence, your effort, your love, those things cannot be measured in ounces. Pumping at work is often framed as a technical challenge, but manage your time. Use a good pump and stay organized. But for most working mothers, it's a daily act of self-preservation, one that requires planning, boundaries, and emotional strength in a world that rarely offers softness. If you felt overwhelmed, resentful, discouraged, or just done, you are not alone. And you're not less than. You're doing something physically demanding in an emotionally complex season. You don't need to pump like a machine. You need a plan that fits your life, one that gives you room to be human while still showing up for what matters. If you're already thinking ahead, don't stop at the birth plan. Watch this video next. It covers the systems that actually support you once the baby is here. I'll walk you through 5 essential things to set up before you go into labor, so your recovery feels steady, not scattered. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Your postpartum journey deserves structure, strength, and compassion. And you're already taking powerful steps just by being here. If today's video clarified or encouraged you, I'd love for you to subscribe and join this growing community of moms redefining recovery. And if you're ready for a deeper support and a comprehensive recovery framework tailored to your real life, you'll find more details below. I'm Sherry, and I will see you in the next one.